Now the next topic. So what is the next thing I have to discuss? Keep subheading Java coding standards. Next one, Java coding standards. Java coding standards. Java coding standards. Java coding standards. Like here, just make sure. So whenever we are writing code, compulsory we have to follow some coding conventions. So that readability, maintainability of the code by default will be improved. Whenever we are writing some code, maybe a class, maybe a method, compulsory we have to follow certain rules and regulation, so that with that code by default, readability and maintainability of the code by default will be improved, right? What coding standards we have to follow? What is the need? Just let me explain. Suppose here, if I consider best example to understand, listen. You went to the interview room with 2+ experience. Assume 2+ or 3+ experience, right? Interview person asked, maybe a chance to ask some irritation questions. So he may ask, how much experience you have? 3.6 experience, 3.6 years of experience, like. Then his overall total experience is Java experience or not? Yes, my total experience is Java based only. Then he want to check whether this person is coming from Amirpet or coming from another software company, or otherwise this experience is original experience or fake experience. So to decide he may ask very silly question, but those things are very important to decide your original color. Okay, remember that, take special care what that person asked me. So anyway, Durga, you have some 3.6 years of experience, right? Do you know how to write a Java program or how to write a Java class? Then immediately we get shocked. Why this person is asking these type of stupid or silly questions? Then you can tell, why not? Is nothing. I have a small requirement. My requirement is write a class. Within that, write a method. Within that method can take 2 int values as argument, return sum. Are you getting? Not a big story. A simple Java class. That class contain one method. That method can take 2 int values as the argument and return sum. Do you know how to write a Java program? Then write this code. Is nothing but like he may ask. Then immediately you are already irritated with this question, right? I have to show my caliber. Is nothing but like within 2 or 3 seconds span you can able to write the code and you can show, have a look like. So how most of the people are going to write? Yes, write a class. Are you getting? Class A. Within that, write a method. Public void public return type is expecting, right? Int m1, public int m1 of int x comma int y, return x plus y, like this item. Just a matter of 2 seconds or 1 minute. Assume you wrote the code and you showed to the entry person, this is your requirement, have a look on my code, like. Then without waiting next nanosecond, interview person may ask, can you please go out? Can you please, I will let you know. If there is a requirement, I will let you know. Can you please go? Is nothing but like. Very politely that person is telling, can you please go out from the interview room, like. Are you getting? Just a matter of 1 minute, how that person decided our original color? Simple. The person who is having 3.6 years of real-time experience, he never going to write the code like this. Are you getting that? Okay, this in Telugu we have one proverb is there. Annamanta udikindo ledo chodali ante ఇది ఉంటుంది కదా, ఒక చిన్న ఒక మెతుకు we can able to check. Are you getting? Not required to check complete rice, just ఒక మెతుకు itself is enough. Same thing, make sure you should. Yeah, so to check your original color, not required to take 2 hours or 3 hours interview, just a matter of 1 minute is enough to decide your original color. Then immediately after seeing this code, can you please go? We will intimate you. Is nothing but because he is already identified our original color. Then how that person identified our original color? Simple. Is nothing but here the person who is having 3 years of experience, 3.6 years of experience, he never going to write the code like this. Then how we can? Is nothing but simple. Here observe. 3.6 years of experience person coding style I will show. Every Java program, if you are writing Java source file, compulsory package statement must be required. Make sure comments anywhere you can write. Other than comments, let me talk. First statement should be package statement. Comments anywhere you can write. Comments and then first compulsory package. Suppose in Java, almost around 5,000 plus classes are there in the Java API. Can you tell at least one class without having the package statement? You never show. String class present in lang package. File class present in IO package. Array list present in util. Array list present util. So every class part of some package. Your class also should be part of some package. His hand not started with the package statement. That thing is enough, boss. This person not having any real-time experience, I'm sure. Okay, this is now compulsory. What is the first statement? Package statement is missing. Package. Here do you know? Most of the people package immediately pack 1, pack 2, pack X, pack Y is nothing but like package. Okay, there is one universally accepted naming convention for packages. Use client internet domain name com.durgasoft.scjp. Like I'm taking com.durgasoft.scjp. So client internet domain name in reverse. SCJP is the module name, like is nothing but this is. Next, do you know here class A? Okay, class. If I'm writing something, it should be reachable to several people. Correct or not? If I'm writing a code, this code should be accessible by multiple people. Highly recommended our class should be public. Are you getting? Then only the people can access. So public class. Once again, Amirpet color. Have you observed? A, class B, class X, class Y. Amirpet colors, all these things, right? Okay, this we should not show in the interview room. What we have to do? Every class compulsory is nothing but the name of the class should represent the purpose of this component or the functionality of this component. Okay, this is, sir, this class performing arithmetic operations. Are you getting right? Now, meaningful name we have to keep. Public class, some calculator like. Okay, assume, sir, I have A class, sir, I have calculator class. Which one is the more information? I have calculator class without telling any other. Oh, this class can perform some arithmetic operation. Automatically that extra information, so opposite person can able to get. That's why. So meaningful names we have to keep. Okay, public class calculator. Next method. Here see, public. Here int, no problem. But here one thing you should aware. Sir, this method can take 2 int values as the argument and the return sum. This method, am I using any instance variables? Am I using any instance variables? No, I'm not using any instance variable. If we are not using any instance variable, what is the need of declaring this method as instance method? Are you getting? If it is the instance method, how I can call this method? Create an object. And by using that we have to call. Sir, I am not using any instance variable. This method nowhere related to any object. Then what is the need of taking this one as instance method? Declare this method as static method. Compulsory is nothing but good programming practice. Public static. Next, the return type is int. Now, once again, Amirpet color M1. This method return. This method returns what? Sum. This method returns sum. But you are keeping M1. Are you getting? Sir, I have M1 method. Sir, I have sum method. Which one is the more meaningful? Some are getting, or I have add method. Which one is nothing but add or some like meaningful name compulsory we have to keep. So public static int yard of int. So even x y also not recommended. Complete n int number 1, sir, first number int number 2, or otherwise first number second number like you can keep. Now return number 1 plus number 2 like we can take. Are you getting? Same code, have you observed the difference, right? Okay, this one is a naming conventions are there. Sir, I have calculator class. Sir, I have add method. More meaningful names. But sir, I have M1 method. I have A class is nothing more. So this type of standard we can use Amirpad standard. Because Amirpad code we never going to deliver to any client. If I require to deliver this code to client, once again I will replace all these things within this style. This code only I can deliver. And this standard is nothing but what? High-tech city standard. You know, in high-tech city what things will be there? High-tech city standard. Are you getting? Okay, this. If I require to deliver this code, then definitely I am sure I have to change this code in this style, and a proper code only I can deliver to the client. Are you able to understand? So whenever we are writing a Java class or anything, compulsory naming conventions we have to follow, which is always good programming practice. Are you getting that? What is the advantage of this one? What is the advantage of this approach? Readability will be improved. Maintainability of the code will be improved. Best example for you. I hope you people may aware math class. Math class. You people aware, right? Math class. I want to find square root of 4. Can you tell what is the method I have to call? Math dot square root. Math dot square root of 4. Math dot square root of 4. Now I will find square root of 4. Have you ever opened math class and how this square root method is implemented? Anyone aware? Anyone saw this one? We never. Most of the people will never going to open math class how the square root method is implemented or what the no. Everyone can aware. Sir, I am using whenever square root method. What is the purpose of square root? Everyone in the classroom can able to tell, sir, the purpose of square root method is to find the square root of given number. How this easiness came? Because of meaningful name. Are you getting meaningful name square root? Sir, I have in the math class I have one method is there, math dot max of 10, 20. Math dot max. Can you tell what is the purpose of max method? To find maximum value of the given number. Maximum value of the given number. What is the answer we are going to get? 20. So everyone can aware, sir, max of 10, 20 is the 20. Max method to find the max. How this easiness came? We never open math class. We never open what is the purpose of max method. We never saw. But still everyone can aware max method to identify max value for the given 2 is nothing but like. How this easiness came? Because of meaningful names. Are you getting? Instead of square root, instead of max, assume some people use the word M1 method for square root, M2 method for max, M3 method for random, M4 method for sign like this. Can you tell which method meant for square root operation? Are you getting? So we just now I told assume 1000 methods are there. Which method represent which functionality? Is it possible to know? No, that's why meaningful name, non-meaningful name, observe the difference, right? So whenever we are writing any component, compulsory meaningful names we have to use. This approach improves readability of the code, maintainability of the code. Are you able to understand? Best example, just let me cover. Durga Soft or Durga Software Solutions. Best for Java training. I'm keeping this. Durga Software Solutions. Best for software training or Java training like this. Meaningful name, software solutions, software training, relevant names are there. Okay, well, suppose I want to keep Durga Bar and Restaurant. Best for Java training. This side one peg I want to keep, other side one peg, in the middle leg piece I want to keep, and I got to keep Durga Bar and Restaurant. Best for Java training. Is it meaningful? The people are laughing. Same laughing the people are going to get by saying this type of stupid code. Are you getting that? Whenever we are writing Java code, compulsory we should follow certain rules and regulations, right? Java coding standards are nothing but important. I hope you people can aware at this point. Whenever we are writing any whenever we are writing Java code, it is highly recommended to follow. Coding standards. Highly recommended to follow coding standards. Next, whenever we are writing any component, its a name should reflect the purpose of that component. Its a name should reflect the purpose of that component. The purpose of that component within bracket functionality. The purpose of that component within bracket functionality. Okay. Next, the main advantage of this approach is readability and maintainability. Of the code will be improved. Readability and maintainability of the code will be improved. Readability and maintainability of the code will be improved. Are you getting right? Okay, this is. So add example. Take this part first. Add example. Class A public int m1 of int x comma int y return x plus y. Public int m1 of int x comma int y return x plus y. What is this one? Amirpet standard. Better to add that comment also. Of course, because we are not delivering this code, we never going to worry about conventions. Okay. Next up. At this point, package com.durgasoft.scjp public class calculator. Next, public static int yard of int number 1 comma int number 2 return number 1 plus number 2. Now what is this one? High-tech city standard, where the software companies are there. It's a normal utility class, right? For the standalone program, main method we have to keep. So normal utility class. Don't feel every Java class should contain main method. There are some servlet classes are there. They never. We are not going to invoke servlet from command prompt. Web container is going to take care. EJB class. Main method not required. If I want to execute from command prompt standalone application, then only we will keep main method. Completed, right? That's all. So this is Java coding standards what we have. Next, in the next session I will explain coding standards for classes, coding standards for interfaces, coding standards like another half an hour to 45 minutes part. I will take care, and then we can go for next topic anywhere, right? Okay, right. So in the last session, so we just covered about Java coding standards. Just we started, right? So just the basic introduction. what is Java coding standards, what is the importance if I follow Java coding standards. That part we covered already. So what is the advantage if we follow Java coding standards? The readability, maintainability of the code by default will be improved. Correct or not? Meaningful names, method names, class names or variable names should be meaningful names we have to keep. Correct or not? So instead of keeping class A, class calculator, instead of keeping m1, m2, m3, so add, multiply. So based on functionality we have to keep meaningful name so that readability, maintainability of the code by default will be improved, right? Okay, this is now. So for individual components level, for classes what coding standards we have to follow, for methods what coding standards, or for variables like keep submitting coding standards for coding standards for coding standards for classes, coding standards for classes, for classes. So can you spell out any class name, any class name? It may be predefined class or otherwise our own classes. Any class name can you spell out? We have string is there, we have string class is there, we have string buffer is there, string buffer, we have account class is there, we have dog class is there. Are you getting? Like, do you know all these are various class names. In English usually the class names, these are, if you observe in English, these are nouns. Correct or not? Noun. So he, she is nothing but these kind of things are nouns, right? You? Usually. So string buffer, account, dog, these are nouns. Usually class names are nouns. Next should starts with uppercase character. Starts with uppercase character. If it contains multiple words, every inner word should starts with what? Uppercase character. Right? This is the convention we have to follow for classes, right? Okay, add. Usually class names are nouns. Usually class names are nouns. Class names are nouns. Next, should starts with uppercase character, should starts with uppercase character, and if it contains multiple words, multiple words, and if it contains multiple words, every inner word should starts with uppercase character. Every inner word should starts with uppercase character. Every inner word should starts with uppercase character. Okay. Example: add string buffer. Next, account dog. Dot. So these are nouns. I hope you people can able to understand, right? So usually class names are nouns, should starts with uppercase character. If it contain multiple words, every inner word should starts with what? Uppercase character, right? Next, keep submitting coding standards for interfaces. Coding standards for interfaces. Coding standards for interfaces. Coding standards for interfaces. Okay, just make sure. Can you spell out some interface names? Any name? Can you spell out? Runnable is interface name. Serializable is the interface name. Runnable, serializable. Comparable is the interface name. Do you know in English these things are by default considered as any word, these things are by default considered as adjectives. Okay, so these things. Next should starts with the uppercase character. if it contain multiple words, sometime random access, are you getting? It's an interface, R capital, A capital. If it contain multiple words, every inner word should starts with the uppercase character, right? So usually interface names are nouns, should starts with, adjectives should starts with the uppercase character. If it contain multiple words, every inner word should starts with the uppercase character, right, at this point. Usually interface names are adjectives. Interface names are adjectives. Next, should starts with the uppercase character. Should starts with uppercase character. And if it contains multiple words, multiple words, every inner word should starts with uppercase character. Okay, yeah. Runnable, serializable, comparable, etc. So these are adjectives. Next, should starts with uppercase character, and if it contain multiple words, every inner word should starts with uppercase character, right? I hope you people can aware. Okay, this is. Next, keep submitting. Coding standards for methods. Now can you spell out some method names? We came across several methods in our last classes. Can you spell out any method name? Ayo, print is a method, correct or not? Print. Any other? Sleep is a method, of course our favorite. Sleep. Run is a method. Eat is a method. Start is a method. Start is a method. You know, usually method names are method. Method means what? Some function. Function means what? Some activity. Of course, it is usually method names are verbs, because it represents some action. That's why method names are verbs. Or sometimes we can use, here just observe, sometimes some method names are get a name, set a salary, like this type of thing. Get is a verb, name is a noun. Get is a verb, name is a noun. Set is a verb, salary is a noun. So method names are either verbs or verb noun combination. Either verb or verb noun combination. Okay, this is. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this is either verb or verb noun combination. Method names are either verbs or verb noun combination. Next, should starts with the lowercase character. Method names are starts with lowercase. If it contain multiple words, every inner word should starts with what? Uppercase character. Are you getting that? Okay, this starts with lowercase. Every inner word starts with the uppercase character, right? Here just observe, starts with the lowercase. Every inner word starts with uppercase. Once again uppercase. Once again, like, this type of convention is by default considered camel case convention. Are you seeing camel on the board? Arey koncham. Can you please check? Camel is nothing but something like camel case convention is nothing but like. So this type of starts with lower case and inner word starts with uppercase. Once again lower. Next inner word starts with uppercase is nothing but like this type of thing is by default considered as what? Camel case convention, right? Okay, add. Usually method names are either verbs. Method names are either verbs or or verb noun combination. Usually mother names are either verbs or verb noun combination. Verb noun combination. Next, should starts with lowercase alphabet symbol. Should starts with lowercase alphabet symbol. Starts with lowercase alphabet symbol. And if it contains multiple words, then every inner word should starts with uppercase character. Every inner word should starts with uppercase character. Within bracket, uppercase character, within bracket, camel case convention. Camel case convention. Okay, observe this point. Add example. Print, sleep, run, eat, start. Print, sleep, run, eat, start. These are verbs. Next, get name, set salary. Okay, like add examples. Print, sleep, run, eat, start, verbs. Next, get name, set salary. These are verb noun combinations. Verb noun combination. Completed, right? Okay, make sure you people should very clearly write. Okay, next, coding standards for variables. Coding standards for variables. Can I spell out any variable name? Any variable name. Some name is a variable name. Salary is a variable name. Do you know name? What is the name of a person? Variable name. Age is a variable name. Salary is a variable name. Mobile number is a variable name. Correct, right? Mobile number is a variable name. Do you know name, age, salary, mobile number? These things are variable names. Usually in English, these things are considered as name, age, salary, mobile number. These are by default considered nouns. Correct or not? Noun. Because so every variable having some value, nouns. These are in English nouns. Should starts with lowercase alphabet symbol. If it contains multiple words, every inner word should starts with what? Uppercase character. Again, starts with lowercase. Every inner word starts with uppercase. So starts with lowercase. Every inner word starts with uppercase. Is nothing but have you observed? Camel case convention once again, right? Add. Usually variable names are nouns. Usually variable names are nouns. Next, should starts with lowercase alphabet symbol. And if it contains multiple words, multiple words, then every inner word should starts with. Every inner word should starts with uppercase character. Every inner word should starts with uppercase character. Within bracket, camel case convention. Okay, at this point. Example: name, age, salary, mobile number, name, age, salary, mobile number, etc. I hope. Are you able to understand, right? Like coding standards for variables is nothing but like. Next one, coding standards for, keep supporting, coding standards for constants, coding standards for constants, okay. Now just observe, can you spell out any constant name? Correct. Max value is one constant. In every number type wrapper class, max value, min value, this constant is there. Next, do you know, in the thread, max priority. Next, norm priority. Max priority, norm priority. Okay. Next, min priority. Min priority is nothing but like we have. Are you getting? You know what? All these things are nothing but constants. Pi, method dot pi value is nothing but these are various constants. If you observe, constant is also just like a variable, but only difference is the value is fixed. We can't change it because it's a constant. We can't change. So these things in English, these are nouns only, which has some value, is nothing but noun only. But only difference is normal variable and constant, these values are fixed, won't change at all. Regarding that, look at this. If you observe the naming convention, these are nouns, okay, well, should contain only uppercase character. If it contain multiple words, then these words are separated with the underscore symbol. Clear, right? These words are separated with what? Underscore symbol. Okay, add. Usually, constant names are nouns. Constant names are nouns. Next, should starts with. No, there is a mistake. Should contain, not starts. Should contain only uppercase characters. Should contain only uppercase characters. And if it contains multiple words, then these words are separated with, then these words are separated with the underscore symbol. These words are separated with underscore symbol. These words are separated with underscore symbol. Okay, that's all. Take all these things. Max value, example. Max value, max priority, norm priority. Next, min priority, pi, like max priority, min priority, pi. Like these are just nouns. Next, nouns. Do you know usually how we can declare constants? We can declare constants by using public, static, final modifiers, right? So most of the times, if you observe max value, public, static, final, int max value is equal to like. So usually we can declare constants by using which modifiers? Public, static, final modifiers, right? Take a note. Usually we can declare modifiers. Usually we can declare modifiers, we can declare constants. Usually we can declare constants with we can declare constants with public, static and final modifiers. Usually we can declare constants with the public, static and final modifiers. public static final modifiers. That's all. I hope clear for all of you, right? Okay, this is coding standards for constants, right? Next, keep subheading. Java Bean coding standards. Java Bean coding standards. Java Bean coding standards. Coding standards. Java Bean coding standards. Do you know what is Java Bean? Can I spell out what is a bean? What's a Java Bean? In your advanced Java or somewhere, maybe higher classes, you may heard. What is a Java bean? Student bean, form bean. In the starts form bean. Like you may heard. What is a bean? A bean class. Okay. A Java bean is a simple Java class. Just a simple Java class. Whenever we are using bean, immediately only two words will come into the picture. Private variables and the public getter and the setter methods. Are you getting right? So private variables and the public getter and the setter methods. Only two words. A Java bean is a simple Java class with the private members, private variables and the public getter and the setter method. Beyond the no other things. Just for every variable we have to maintain what? Getter and setter methods, right? Now observe this one. Sir, here I am taking public class student bean. It is a student bean, like a public class student bean. Now private, here just observe string, private string. Next name, because every student having the name, private string name. Now public string, here just observe setter method, getter method. Public void set a name, public void set name of string name. Boss, can you please set this name with this value? Is nothing but setter method. Can you tell what is the code? What is the code? Usually setter method. Why you are thinking, man? This dot name is equal to name. Okay, like so. Can you spell out what the syntax for getter method? Public string get a name. Public string get name. That's all. It won't take any argument. Return name, like we are taking return name. If you observe in this, everything is a Java coding standard only. So every variable should be private. For every variable, compulsory setter method and getter method must be required. Next, every setter method, public method. Setter method return type is always void. Setter method compulsory should take some argument. Next, getter method, it should be no argument method. It should be public. Next, the return type should not be void. Like everything is according to coding standard only. Are you getting right? So can you spell out with this what is a Java bean? What is a Java bean? Java bean is a simple Java class with a private property, and for every property getter and setter methods, right? Are you able to understand? Everything is coding standard. So only one thing, even the people are using, but it is not official convention from some microsystems, right? Which one? Is class name ends with what? Bean, student bean, form bean, like class name ends with the bean. Do you know? Here class name ends with the bean. Class name ends with the bean is not official convention. Is not official convention from some microsystems, right? Are you getting? It doesn't mean it is invalid. You can take no problem at all. But the some people, they didn't highlight bean class compulsory should answer with the bean word. Is nothing but no such type of word. But except that everything is valid Java coding standard only. Are you getting? Because of this fixed syntax. So most of the times in the IDEs especially, we are not going to write setter and getter methods. Just right click, generate getter and setter. Automatically all these getters and setters for every property by default will be generated. How the IDE can able to generate? Because syntax is what? Fixed syntax, right? That's why everyone, sir, I have one property is there, string a name. Can you please write getter method? Can you please write setter method? If I can ask this question for 100 members they should write in the same style. So if I can give this for 100 IDEs, every IDE should generate the same style because fixed syntax Java coding standard. Is it clear, right? Okay, add. A Java bean is a simple Java class. A Java bean is a simple Java class. With private properties. A Java bean is a simple Java class with private properties. And public getter and setter methods. With private properties and public getter and setter methods. With private properties and public getter and setter methods. Okay, take this one. Public class student bean. Next, private string name. Public class student bean, private string name. Next, setter method, getter method. Compulsory you have to take clearly. Completed, right? Next one. Class name ends with the bean is not official convention from Sun. Class name ends with the bean is not official convention from Sun. I hope is clear for all of you, right? Class name ends with the bean is not official convention from Sun Microsystems, like. I hope is clear for all of you, right? Kana? Okay, next one. Get name, set name, like. Next, keep subheading. Yeah, subheading. Syntax for setter method. Syntax for setter method. Setter method. Syntax for setter method. You know, here if you consider what is the syntax for setter method, compulsory it should be public method, main letter. Second, the return type should be void, because sir, I am updating name with this value. I am not expecting any return type. That's why return type should be void. Method name should prefix with what? Set. Method name should prefix with the set. Next, so compulsory setter method should take some argument. Are you getting? Setter, boss, can you please set with this value? It should be, we have to pass some value. It should not be no argument method. Are you getting that? Okay, at first point, it should be public method. Second, the return type should be, public method. The return type should be void. Next, method name should be prefixed with the set. Method name should be prefixed with the set. next, it should take some argument. It should take some argument. It should take some argument. That is, it should not be. It should not be. That is, it should not be no argument method. That is, it should not be no argument method. No argument method. Okay, that's all. Now, any example or explanation is required? Okay, this one already we took. This is the syntax for getter method, setter method, right? Next, keep subheading. Syntax for what is the remaining? Getter method. Syntax for getter method. Okay, here also syntax is the fixed. Compulsory, the method should be public. Legend, don't write. So compulsory it should be public. The return type should not be void. Was getting, I'm expecting something, that's why it should not be void return type. Method name should prefix with what? Get. Sir, I'm expecting something, I'm not providing anything, that's why it should be no argument method. Are you getting? Add plus point. It should be public method. It should be public method. It should be public method. Next, public method. Next, the return type should not be void. The return type should not be void. Void. Next, method name should prefixed with get. 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 Next, the argument should be the argument. Wait. It should not take any argument. 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 That's all. Completed, right? So make sure you people should aware clearly that. Okay. So what is the syntax for getter method? Syntax for setter method. Now I hope clear. But here one small twist which is very important for the exam. Make sure you should aware. Legend this one. Very important example I am ready to cover. I have one property is there. Private boolean empty. I have one property, boolean property empty is there. My target is, for this boolean property, I want to write getter method. According to our discussed thing. Can you spell out what is the syntax for getter method? Public boolean get empty. Public boolean get empty. Return empty. Public boolean get empty. Return empty. Are you getting? Okay, this is, so as according to our discussed thing, 100% pakka it is the valid. Don't keep any doubt at all. Sir, is it a valid or not valid? But for boolean properties, instead of get empty, if the method name is empty, are you getting? Because can you tell how many allowed values for empty? True or false? Only yes or no, something like true or false. Sir, instead of get empty, if the method name is empty or not? Is empty or not? Which is the more meaningful. That's why for boolean properties we can write so public boolean is empty. Sir, is empty or not? Return empty. Is empty, return empty is nothing but valid. Are you getting? So public boolean get empty, public boolean is empty is nothing but like both approaches we have. I hope you people can aware, right? Okay, make sure. So for boolean properties, getter method can be prefixed with either get or is. But which one is recommended or which one is the more meaningful? Get empty or is empty? Is empty. That's why most of the times for boolean properties recommended to use which one? Is nothing but is. Okay. In the collection we have one method. If the collection is empty or not, what is the method I have to use? is empty. In the collections we have is empty is nothing but like more meaningful. Instead of get empty is meaningful. It doesn't mean this one is invalid. Okay, it is also valid in the exam for the Boolean property. For the Boolean property empty, which of the following is the valid coding standard? Compulsory question for the exam. In the first option they will give this one, second option they will give this one. You have to select both are valid. Okay, it doesn't mean this one is invalid. Valid, no problem, but recommended to use, which one is nothing but is empty. Okay, add note, keep star for this, a bit important, star. For Boolean properties, getter method, Boolean properties, getter method name can be prefixed with, getter method name can be prefixed with either get, can be prefixed with either get or is, either get or is, either get or is, but recommended to use is, that's all. Completed, right? Okay, take this example, private Boolean empty, public Boolean get empty, return empty, or public Boolean is empty, is nothing but return empty, itself is valid. Is it clear, right? Make sure you should have clarity about this one. Completed, right? That's all. Java coding standards related to beans. Next, keep subheading. Coding standards for listeners. Coding standards for listeners. And the GUI concepts like sometimes AWT, event handling, like you may heard about listener. Can you tell what is a listener? Mouse motion listener or mouse click listener. Like we may have some listeners. Even in servlets also, do you know? History servlet request listener, servlet request attribute listener, servlet context listener, servlet context attribute listener, HTTP session listener, HTTP session activation listener, HTTP session binding listener. Like there are eight listeners are there related to servlets also. So first, what is a listener? What is a listener? You people, what you are doing? Listening. So the person who is a listener. Okay, this same. What things you are listening? Oh, don't tell SCJP or Java. Okay, this is what things you are going to listen. You will listen the events. The listener listen events. Whenever mouse click event happen, automatically mouse click listener can able to perform certain action. So whenever a particular event occurs, automatically the corresponding listener will perform certain activity, right? Are you getting? So what is a listener? Listener listens events and perform appropriate action whenever that event occurs. Okay, this is best example. I want to configure one listener at the gate, at the door. I want to configure one listener. That listener always monitors the class. So in this class, if any person sleeping, immediately this listener will come, give left and right, until make sure this person won't sleep once again in the classroom. Is nothing man. Once that guarantee my listener got, and then it will go and it will sit. Is nothing man. This type of listener is called what? Sleeping listener. Sleeping listener listens which events? Sleeping events. Are you getting that? Okay, this is. So what is a listener? Whenever a particular event occurs, automatically, can you please perform certain activity? Then we should go for what? Listener, right? Are you able to understand what is the listener? Now my question is, how you can, okay, this is configure a listener. How you can remove a listener? Okay, add case 1. Case 1 to register a listener. Case 1 to register a listener. To register a listener. I want to register one listener. How you can? What is the coding standard? Just observe. Compulsory. The method name here should be public. Compulsory. The method name should be public. Should be void, public void. Yard. Method name should prefix with what? Yard. Yard my action listener. Yard my action listener. You know, this one is nothing but what? Listener, my action listener. Yard my action listener of my action listener of my action listener L. Are you getting? Public void yard my action listener of my action listener L is nothing but yard. Now method name should be prefixed with what? Yard. First rule. And after yard what thing we are taking? My action listener. Compulsory this one is also what? My action listener. Are you getting? Both the things are nothing but should be matched. Okay, this is. Now, so this is perfectly valid. Sir, I am taking public void register my action listener. Register my action listener of my action listener L. My action listener L. Now, can you tell, is it valid or invalid? Invalid. Because method name should prefix with what? Yard. But not with register. That's why this one is nothing but invalid. Okay. Next, public void yard my action listener. Public void yard my action listener of. Yard my action listener of. Here I am taking action listener L. Can you tell, is it valid or invalid? This one invalid. Because after yard, what thing you are taking? My action listener. But what is the argument you are taking? Action listener. Is it valid or invalid? Invalid. Compile time method. I mean, it is not a valid Java coding standard. Are you getting? Yeah, this one. To register a listener, add method name. Method name should be prefixed with. Method name should be prefixed with. Method name should be prefixed with. Should be prefixed with yard. Method name should be prefixed with yard. Yard. Okay. That's all. Take all these. Take 3 examples. Public void yard my action listener of my action listener L. First one is the valid. Next, public void register my action listener of my action listener L. Public void register my action listener of my action listener L. Next, public void yard my action listener of action listener L. So only the first one is the valid. Second one, second and the third are invalid anyway. Next, okay, public void add my action listener, register my action listener, add my action listener of action listener L. I hope is clear for all of you, right? Next, keep subheading. Case 2. Case 2. Case 2. to unregister a listener. To unregister a listener. Case 2. To unregister a listener. Anna? To register a listener. Method name should prefix with what? Yard. To unregister a listener. Method name should prefix with remove. Yard. Counterpart is remove. Okay. Now observe. Compulsory the method should be public and void. Public void. Remove. Anna public void. Remove my action listener. Remove my action listener of my action listener L. My action listener L. Are you getting? So method name should prefix with the remove. After remove, what thing you are taking? My action listener. Compulsory here also should be same. My action listener only. So this one is valid. Sir, I am taking public void unregister my action listener. Unregister my action listener of my action listener L. Sir, is it valid or invalid? Invalid, because method name should not prefix with unregister. Next, public void remove unregister. Next, public void remove my action listener. Remove my action listener of action listener L. Sir, is it valid or invalid? Invalid, because remove okay, but after remove, what thing you are taking? My action listener. But here what is the argument? Action listener. Boss, here what thing you are taking? Compulsory here also should be the same. Is nothing but like invalid. Next, public void delete my action listener. Delete my action listener of my action listener L. My action listener L is nothing but like. Is it valid or invalid? Invalid, because the method name should prefix with what? Delete. Is it valid or invalid? Invalid. Compulsory the method name should prefix with what? Remove, but not delete. Okay, add. Method name should be prefixed with delete. Method name should be prefixed with remove. Sorry. Method name should be prefixed with remove. Okay. Take all these. Only the first one is valid. All the remaining are invalid. Only first one valid. Completed, right? Public void remove my action listener of my action listener L. Public void unregister my action listener of my action listener L. Next, public void remove my action listener of action listener L. Next, public void delete my action listener of my action listener L. My action listener L. My action listener L. Like. Completed, right? That's all. So this is what you should aware Java coding standards. Of course, with this we completed language fundamentals anyway.